More and more athletes are specializing in sports, or they specialize in one position within a sport. Well, none of that applies to Freeport senior Dedric Macon. He is a true all-around athlete in every sense. We bring you his story in the Benchmark Exteriors Spotlight segment. Every time you look up at a Freeport game, you see number 7 on the field, whether it's at receiver, cornerback, or returning kicks. Dedric Macon also sometimes passes the ball. He was a quarterback in 8th grade.
He could play any position on the field. He's also talking about play center. We need, our guard went down. I could play guard there. And I believe it because he has that drive to him.
About the only time Macon comes off the field is to get a quick drink of water. Do you ever go to the coach and say, "Coach, I'm kind of gassed, I need a break"?
No.
Why is that?
I don't know. They always taught us if you want to be a dog, you got to play both sides of the ball. So I think that's just where it came from, just wanted to be a dog.
Opposing teams now avoid kicking the ball to Macon after he returned a few to the house the last couple of years. It's much more difficult to keep the ball away from him when he lines up at receiver. What do defenses do to try to take you away?
Last week, Auburn ruled safety on top. Week before, Belvedere put linebacker in front, stacked the safety behind them.
They got to make sure they account for where he is. They're going to play high-low on him. They're going to have a safety over top of him. He's never going to be man up.
In Freeport's opening game against Belvedere North, Macon lined up outside in the red zone, one-on-one with one of the best corners in the NIC-10, Nico Bertolino. Macon won that battle for the touchdown. Do you feel like you can be stopped in that situation?
No.
Just as impressive as Macon's athletic ability is his work ethic. He comes in daily to work. He's a guy that he's here early. And when the games, he's sweeping up the locker room before we leave out, and that's the honest God truth.
Macon not only excels in football, he was first-team All-Conference last year in basketball. He exploded for 42 points in a game against Jefferson. That's the second highest single-game total in Freeport history. We've seen these types of achievements before at Freeport on the football field and the basketball court from another Macon. Dedric's father, Dedric, was a standout in both sports before graduating in 1996. In basketball, he is the second leading scorer in Freeport history. Now he's often in the stands watching his son play.
It's very enjoyable. I love seeing it. I love seeing him carry out, doing what he's blessed. He's better than me.
The entire Macon family is athletically gifted.
If you see Macon on the back, you know you have an athlete, regardless of him or his sisters or brothers, whatever.
Dedric's older brother, Dedric Jr., was also a great Freeport athlete. He died, though, suddenly 2 years ago, leaving a hole in the Macon family.
It hurt pretty bad. It happened the day of a basketball game, so that was tough.
How did you get through that?
Days just go on.
A year from now, Macon hopes to be playing football at the college level.
I got offers from Miami, Ohio, South Dakota, and then right now I'm talking to Iowa.
He is a true example of what we try to build since I've got here. Being an outstanding athlete, but an even better person. He is consistently growing, consistently getting better.
Well, Freeport opponents are going to breathe a little bit easier next year when Dedric has graduated, but not too easy because he has a younger brother who is a freshman.
That means more great highlights from Freeport will be coming our way. We'll be right back.